Hello again to everybody. If I haven't already said hello to you, this morning, as you know, we are talking about one aspect of takeout doubles. We will be looking at this aspect of play for all of September because it is really complex. What I'll be doing here this morning could be, for some players, a little bit of a fresh look at them. And as the month progresses, you will find that we will be introducing a few new thoughts to you, which is always very good. Okay, we all know what a takeout double is. It is an action of overcaller if one of the opponents has opened the bidding, and it has a couple of specific meanings. The main meaning is that I have an opening strength hand. I am short in the suit that opener has bid. You don't just use the double anytime you have 12 or more points. One of the important criteria is to have a shortage in opener's suit, have at least 3, if not 4 cards in all the other suits. And of course it says almost always that you don't have a 5-card major suit. Think of the double as a bid of all 3 other suits at once. So if the opening bid is 1 club and you double, you are saying to partner, I have spades and hearts and diamonds. I want to know which of those 3 suits you prefer. So in fact, it is exactly the same as a bid of all 3 other suits all at once. You may only have 3 cards in the other suit or suits, but overall you like the 3 unbid suits. Just a word here, if the bidding has reached you in 4th seat and you double, and there has been an opening bid and a response, so if opener bids 1 club and responder bids 1 heart and you double, you now have 4 spades and 4 diamonds. You have 4 cards always in the unbid suits. You would not then have 3. So think of the double as a bid of all 3 other suits at once, and what you want from your partner, advancer, is to know, first of all, which of those 3 suits he prefers, and second, and very importantly, how strong he is. One thing about responding to a double, if third hand has not bid, is that advancer, the player who is responding to the double, must bid even if he has 0 points. So he will always say something, even if his hand is very, very weak. This means that if advancer is not very, very weak, he needs to share this information with partner. So let's have a bit of a think about what responder might say if partner has doubled. As I said, partner is obliged to bid. So it's gone 1 club and your partner has doubled. third hand has passed, and you're sitting there with 4 points and a 5-card spade suit, you will bid 1 spade. You're saying you have at least 0 points. You're starting from a very, very low base here. You have at least 0 points, and hopefully you've got some length in your spade suit. So if a bid of 1 spade here says I am very, very weak, if you're not very, very weak, then you have to share the information with partner. And there's a little bit of a formula here. If you look at the bottom of the left-hand column of the second page, if you make the cheapest bid you can, if you bid at the 1 level, if you are able to bid at the 1 level, you have somewhere between 0 and about 7 points, maybe a bad 8 even, you would bid your suit at the 1 level. So what you've said is, partner, even though your double is, in other words, a bid of 1 spade, because remember, you are showing all 3 suits. If I respond 1 spade, I haven't really raised your suit at all, have I? Therefore, I must be weak. If you've got something to celebrate, if you've got 8 or 9 points, you have to share this information with partner. If you bid 1 spade, your partner will think you are 0 to 7, which you're not, right? So if you have 8 or 9 or 10 points, you have to jump in your suit to share the good information with partner. So if the auction goes 1 club double pass and you bid 2 spades, you've got at least 8 or 9 points. If you jump to the 3 level, you've got 11 or 12. And if you jump to game, you're saying your hand is worth 13 or more. Remember, if you respond in a suit, your partner is always allowed to pass. Your bid is not forcing, so you have to say how much you've got straight away. If the response to the double has to be at the 2 level, like if they open 1 spade and your partner doubles, you now have fewer options. So if you bid 2 hearts, which would be the cheapest bid you can make, you're 0 to 8. Jumping to 3 is 9 to 11. And bidding game is 12 plus. If you squint, it looks like 13. You know, right? Good. All 12-point hands, in fact, all 11-point hands aren't the same. So you are saying what you've got. Overcaller now. Doubler has to decide what to do next. If you've shown 0 to 7 or 0 to 8, and partner's hand is worth less than 18, he should pass, because there's virtually no chance of 25. If you've shown 8 to 11, then partner will invite you if his hand is worth a good 14 or 15. Remember, we're looking for 25. If you've jumped to the 3 level showing 11 or 12, then probably with most hands, he will bid 4, but you never know. He might have had the worst double in the known universe. Theoretically, he's allowed to pass. If you've jumped to the 4 level and he's got 20 points, then he'll be thinking of slam, and wouldn't that be lovely? But that is wildly unlikely. Shall we have a quick look now? We don't have that much time left. Shall we have a quick look at the quiz on page 3? And please, if you've got any questions, if you type them as I'm talking, I will notice them and I will reply. This is a brief quiz. I think Laura is very kind to you. I make longer quizzes than this. Okay. You're on the 3rd page with the quiz. Good. Hand 1. And the auction has gone 1 heart, and it's your bid. What will you do with this hand? The first thing you do is count your points. And you've got 11 points. And you do have 4 spades. You know, that's good. You've got long clubs. Should you double or should you pass? Because your hand is sort of worth 12 if you squint, isn't it? You should pass. And do you know the reason why? Because you only have 2 diamonds and your double is inviting partner to raise your diamond suit. You have promised partner you have at least 3 diamonds. So pass and wait for your chance. You never know. You could overcall 2 clubs. It is minimum, but yes, you could overcall 2 clubs. So, yes, I think that probably isn't a bad idea. You have a suit quality of 8 in clubs. If you've been at classes with me, I'm very fond of a good suit quality if you're overcalling at the 2 level. And you do have a suit quality of 8, a 5-card suit with 3 honours. So, yes, you can bid 2 clubs. Number 2, you've got 11 points again, but now you have a perfect shape. If you've got a perfect shape like this, you don't have to wait for 12 points. Hand 2, you double. Now, hell, if you had a heart void, if I had a heart void and I had this hand and say I had 5 diamonds, I would double even if I have 10 points because your hand shape is so good. Hand 3, what do you think you should do? Hand 3 is interesting. You do have 5 spades, but they're very poor spades. You've got 4 clubs, 3 diamonds, and 5 poor spades. So, yes, Peg, I tend to agree with you that you could double. It would not be completely wrong to overcall 1 spade. There's one thing about bridge. You can always say on the other hand, which is wonderful, isn't it? So I wouldn't be alarmed if you doubled, and I wouldn't be alarmed if you overcalled 1 spade. I have got 2 minutes. Angie, I wouldn't pass because you've got 13 points, and even if your suit quality is poor, with 13 points, I think you can make some kind of action very quickly. Now, I'm running out of time. You are now replying to the double. your partner has doubled and you get to bid now. You're obviously going to bid clubs, and you have 10 points. So don't bid 2 clubs. That would show 0 to 8. You have to bid 3 clubs. Yes, Alex, that's exactly right. And what about hand 5, the second hand? With this hand, you bid 1 spade because you can't pass, even though you're a bit short of points. And what about hand 6? Your partner has doubled and you have this nice hand. And you have 13 points. The very least you can bid, and this is where you have to be careful not to underbid, because remember, any bid you make, your partner can pass. You must bid 4 spades. Yes, Jenny, that's exactly right. Now, what is Advancer describing? It's gone 1 club, East has doubled and West has bid 2 spades. West is describing a hand with probably 5 spades and somewhere between 8 and 10 points because he's jumped. He made a free jump. And what about 1 spade, double, pass, 2 hearts? See how different it is after the opening bid is 1 spade. West now has 0 to 8. He's made the cheapest bid he can. And I've got about 1 minute left. What will you do as doubler in this auction? You have to bid again after your partner has doubled. He has made a free bid of 2 spades showing wall, but, around about 8 or 9 points, probably 7, 8, 9 points. With hand 9, you should pass, even though your spades are nice, because your hand is fairly miserable apart from spades. And with hand 10, with hand 8, normally you would have 5, sometimes 4, and we'll be talking about that next week, Angie. Hand 10, your hand is worth 18 points. Partner's made a free bid showing at least 7 or 8 points, and you've got 18, so bid 4 spades. See how much you trust your partner's information about their strength. Okay, I'll stop now, and we'll let Laura say a couple of words maybe, and we'll be in the playing room in 2 minutes, and I hope you enjoy playing the hands. Are you there, Laura? Is there anything you would like to say, or shall we just wait to join the playing room?
So welcome into the game, everybody. If you have just come across, don't forget that you can join the lobby earlier. So all of our session lobbies open half an hour before play. The best thing to do as well for these lessons is make sure you get booked in nice and early, because what I basically do is send out a copy of the notes on Sunday, and then sort of late yesterday send a copy of the notes to any bookings that have come through since they got sent out the first time. So the earlier you book in, the better, because then you'll make sure you get them on Sunday. Also, just in terms of the upcoming sessions you might be interested in, we do have a supervised game on Tuesday afternoons, and again, the pre-game lobby, there's a bit of a discussion in there, and also a themed game on Thursday afternoon this week, which will look at reverse bidding, which is a topic that I know a lot of people would like some help with, and an attempt to clear the confusion about what happens with reverses. So I hope you enjoy the game today. Lots of different doubling hands, maybe a few onions thrown in there about when you shouldn't double as well. And what we'll do this week is cement our real basics of responding and the correct level to bid to. It's really important to get that level right when you are applying to your partner's double. And next week, we'll be looking into more of the nitty-gritty, including the qubit. So have a great game, everybody. You're about to be whisked away to your table. Over and out, and enjoy.